not going to sit here and allow the white man to use and to make fun of us in this land of ours.
This island here represents no man's land and every man's land. It represents to the Indians a sounding board where they can get the attention of the public, they get the attention of the press, and get the attention of government officials.
Something that's serious, something that we're trying to do. We're trying to hang on to our culture, to our religion, to be Indians.
The Native Americans, led by the radical American Indian movement AIM, set up roadblocks and prepare to defend themselves.
We are going to continue to make every effort to solve this situation without bloodshed. Whether this is possible depends entirely upon the Indian leaders at Wounded Knee. We have come as far as we can. We cannot go any further.
The authorities bring in armored personnel carriers, helicopters and phantom jets. Soon 250 law enforcers surround the village, armed with mortars, machine guns and M16 rifles.
It was in the morning, early in the morning, and we had built bunkers below the church on the hill because we figured that would be our last defense, would be the church. So
the first run of the pink salmon, which we call that's the salmon that's going upriver to spawn, that happens traditionally. The Mi'kmaq start fishing around the 1st of June. Then you have the final run of the year, and that lasts for about a week, week and a half, 2 weeks at the most. So we're talking about 6 weeks in a season.
On June 9, 1981, the minister Lucien Lessard sent a telex to Chief Alphonse Metallic requesting him to ensure that band members remove all nets from the estuary within 36 hours by midnight, June 10, or face the consequences.
We were ready for them the second time, and they must know something about it, that we were ready for them.
Natives placed a roadblock across the bridge.
They bluffed their way the first time, but the second time they couldn't do it. The second rate, they have to come from Campbell, but they never entered the reserve at all. Could have been quite a bloodshed that time, and it would have been if we didn't hold back our people. Because after that we decided to get organized to fight them back, after we had all those Indians from all over the place coming.
Last Wednesday morning, a group of Haida came to Sedgwick Bay on Lyle Island to protect this lifestyle.
You're breaking the law, and you're stopping us from going to work, and we ask you to step aside and let us continue.
There will be no logging on the area that the Haida people have designated as not to be touched. This is Haida land, and there'll be no further logging in this area. It's time that in the exploitation of resources and in the management of these islands, that the people who are here sharing these lands with us respect equally with everyone else the aspirations and the values of the Haida Nation. These are our homelands. We've been here for thousands of years. We intend to be here for thousands more.
Army magazine. Wow, you might make the cover.
Their own eye in the sky, as you see the truth that, one, the occupants did not have any guns in their hands, that while they were driving down the road just after they were going to pick up the elders, that while they were driving down the road, They were trying to get water for the elders. This disabling device, which is really plastic explosives, which is nothing less than a very powerful landmine of itself, runs over the landmine, hits the landmine, and you see the truck blowing up, the whole front of the truck hood blowing back. You then see the two occupants miraculously thrown out with no guns in their hands, thrown out by the impact of the explosion. They run and seek sanctuary by trying to swim across the lake.
Yeah, I think
and
you see
then
them in
you
the top
see
corner.
an APC come right forward and ram the truck. If they didn't kill them, if they didn't kill those unarmed occupants the first time, they were going to kill it with the APC. Then the next thing you see a dog jumping out of the back of the truck, and you see two sharpshooters right there alongside of the road blasting the dog and killing the dog. That is where the first shots went out that day on September the 11th. That is what started the incident of September the 11th.
It was run down by a patrol boat once, then as it came to a stop and began to sink, fisheries officers turned and took another run at it. This time forcing all three people on board to jump to safety. As the fishers tried to swim away, officers moved in to pick them up, and another clash broke out. James Ward was on still another boat that was almost sunk.
We've been impacted so hard that the boat was crushing here, and then the Zodiac kept coming up and over.
Even as that fight played itself.
Seeing it firsthand, we're always going on seal hunting so that we can have food for our family, so we can survive out on the land. And this is what's happening right now, so that it won't affect us. If it happens, seal bat happens, it's going to affect us really hard, because it helps us to go out, it helps us to eat, it helps us to survive out on the land. It's very important to give out a message to people all around Canada and all around Europe so that we can help our families. That's how I see it myself.
Fucking illegal. You're all illegal. You're all illegal. We didn't invite none of you here. We're the only Native Americans here. That's right. We're the only Native Americans here. You're all illegal. We didn't invite none of you. We didn't invite none of you. Exactly. Get on with your bogus arguments. Get on with your bogus arguments. We're the only legal ones here.
We have Native Americans here.
Yeah, we should have put that sign up when you son of a bitches came. Yeah, that's right. It represents blood. That represents blood spilled by Native Americans protecting this land from the invaders. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You don't want to hear the goddamn truth, do you? Get on, bitch. You don't want to hear the truth. That's what that flag stands for. All the Native Americans you killed to plant your houses here. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Something about the telephone poles, guys. You're coming. You're coming. Move back, Kathy. Kathy. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Shoot, man! Shoot! 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 Shoot!
Tomorrow morning at 3, we may see some trucks attempting to get through to log the right-of-way. We're going to have to differentiate them. So we're going to go through all the peaceful avenues we can. But a way of a warrior is you go through, expend all peaceful avenues first, and when all those fail, it's war. That is the way of the warrior.
Passed. Under the previous order, the Senate will proceed to executive session to consider the following nominations, which the clerk will report.
Nominations, the Judiciary. Leslie Joyce Abrams of Georgia.
Sergeant at Arms will restore order. Order in the gallery.
You know, they're gonna make good money for about 2 or 3 months, and then what? We still have salmon for the rest of our lives in this place. And that's what we're here to protect. We're here to protect the salmon and all the living things on Lilo Island. The Port Authority wasn't here thousands of years ago. Our ancestors were. Queen Delta, this is the Lilu Express. You're entering Gitwalgyot's waters. We're asking you to leave and vacate this territory immediately. Occupation, boys! The rest of our boats are coming out to occupy these areas, so he may as well go back in. Not today, man.
Designated safety zone?
Not today, sir.
Okay. Request to ask you guys to leave. You guys refusing? Okay.
Yep. Be civil about it, bud.
That's right.
A soldier to guard me. I was the Viet Cong. I was Crazy Horse. Little did they understand. Squatting down in the earth, they placed me with my power to laugh. Laugh at their righteous wrong. Their sneers and their taunts gave me clarity to see their powerlessness. It was in the way they dressed and in the way they acted. They viewed me as an enemy, a threat to their rationalizations. I felt pity for them, knowing they will never be free. I was their captain, but my heart was racing through the generations, the memories of eternity. I was beyond their reach. I would be brought to the internment camp to share my time with outlaws. The last time I saw them, they were standing in their 12-hour shifts, addicted to their chain of command, waiting to be told what to do, forgetting about me, thinking I was just another protester they were finished with. Never understand, I am not finished with them, for I am the resistance.
So we don't only have a responsibility for our own nations, it's a world that has to change.
We have to stop relying on Canadian government handouts. Whenever we go into negotiations, we have to stop going in with a hand extended. We have to go in saying, we're taking it back.
That's why I'm here for to learn what's happening to defend our land, our people. You know, that's what we need to do.
I really feel that there's a lot of young, energetic people in
in this group, and that they're going to really support some of us that have been here for a long time.
They were protecting the land or defending the land for our youth.
We have rights and title, but we need to exercise them. We need to occupy our lands. We need to use the institutions that existed before any European ever stepped face on North or South America.
Taken all my ID and butchered and cut it up and sent it back to whoever owned it, because I am no longer the name they gave me. I am Kiapalana.
I'm not giving up. I may be 81 years old, 81 and a half years old, and I've been diagnosed with cancer, but I don't want that to stop me.
Now we have to empower the hereditary people back up.
To listen to that song, to burn that medicine, to smell that medicine, you know, to wake something up.
The problem is we want to form our own band so we can fight for our land in Shuthautin land.
Realize that you're not alone in your struggle, realize that you're not alone in becoming conscious about what's actually happened. I think when I was younger, in my earlier 20s, it was really hard for me to come to terms with all of the oppression that all Indigenous people faced across Turtle Island.
When I stood on the land for days, when we first started this occupation in 2006, I became a part of that land like our ancestors used to be. When we lived off the land, we fed off the land, we breathed off that land.
Protect the mother and honor the mother and keep her safe, and if it feels right in your heart, then it's right.
Canada is a beautiful, rich country to live. Great quality of life, you know, and it's rated 6th in terms of the United Nations Human Development Index up here. You apply those same indices to Indigenous peoples, we're 63rd down here. There's a huge socioeconomic gap that exists.